time and time again, technology behind Bitcoin has proven to be rock steady, and like I said, only the price of Bitcoin is the only thing that's unpredictable about it. Everything about it is like easily predictable. You can rely that your transaction will go through. You can rely that if you withdraw your Bitcoin to your own wallet, technology-wise, it's a setback. Optics-wise, we're gonna look bad to the whole world once again, just like when Mt. Gox got hacked or Bitfinex got hacked. Nandiyan na naman tayo eh. But this is what it looks like to be a pioneer in an industry where there's no regulations, hardly any regulations, and everyone is still kind of figuring out what they want to do and how the right way of doing it. So,
Hey guys, we're with Miguel. He's been in the market, the crypto market for over 10 years. I know the crypto market is super volatile. What makes this very, very different from all of the other collapses that happened for the past decade or so?
I can honestly say this is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It kind of like highlights lang the need to understand what counterparty risk means, like especially for people in crypto, because when we were starting out, it was all about self-custody. How is it going to affect the industry? I think it's going to take a while for the industry to recover from this. It's going to be more contagion is revealed, how people were exposed to FTX and all that. But time and time again, technology behind Bitcoin has proven to be rock steady, and like I said, only the price of Bitcoin is the only thing that's unpredictable about it. Everything about it is like easily predictable. You can rely that your transaction will go through. You can rely that if you withdraw your Bitcoin to your own wallet, technology-wise, it's a setback. Optics-wise, we're gonna look bad to the whole world once again, just like when Mt. Gox got hacked or Bitfinex got hacked. Nandiyan na naman tayo eh. But this is what it looks like to be a pioneer in an industry where there's no regulations, hardly any regulations, and everyone is still kind of figuring out what they want to do and how the right way of doing it. So if you had money in stuck there in that exchange, I feel for you. But the lesson there is not your keys, not your coins.
You mentioned that Bitcoin is safe and secure, but it was different a decade ago when it was only Bitcoin and yet you had a handful. But right now you have 19,000 plus tokens out there, and I think a lot of them may not actually survive also. What's your thoughts on that also, that when a collapse happens, not everything will survive? Tactically, as an investor, what are you doing right now?
I'm not a day trader, so I'm not an active investor. My strategy has always been revolving around accumulating as much Bitcoin as I can, from the beginning to today. And do I trade? Sometimes I do trade. If you're not a day trader, if you're not doing it full time, you will probably lose money. So I think the best bet, and if you're new, and if you're trying to understand, to go with Bitcoin first. Once you get Bitcoin by the first principles, by the foundational principles that underpin the technology behind Bitcoin, then it's easier to expand into more different chains, how they work, how the consensus mechanisms work. I mean, mathematically, if you look at the numbers over the last 10 years, anytime you accumulated Bitcoin in a dollar cost average manner, you're actually gonna be up at a certain amount. Maybe it started last month or last year, no, you're gonna be down. But over a certain amount of time, Bitcoin's been proven to be a very good alternative investment.
Would you be comfortable at current levels already?
To buy, I have an allocation out of my portfolio or my income where I buy Bitcoin no matter what the price. So I did buy Bitcoin when it was 60K.
Okay.
I bought Bitcoin when it was 40K.
Okay.
I bought Bitcoin when it was $200. I bought Bitcoin. So that's the strategy. The strategy is more Bitcoin at the end of the day.
Is that the reason why you have 10,000 Bitcoins right now?
10,000 Satoshis.
10,000 Satoshis. Given all of this volatility also and fear, uncertainty, and doubt that's going on, there's a lot of people also who may be questioning if stable coins will actually pull. Do you trust it? Is it something that you're confident about? That given that if there's panic, you think that the backing is enough also to make it hold its value? Because people are parking their money there. The fact that number 3, number 5, and number 6 are all stable coins in terms of market cap means that there's a lot of people parking their money there.
So the question there is, do I trust the institutions that are issuing these stablecoins, like Circle for USDC, Tether for USDT, and maybe Binance for BUSD, three biggest ones. At a certain amount where I'm comfortable being exposed to that counterparty risk, I do own stablecoins. Always a risk with any kind of counterparty or third party. No matter how big they are, if they're not transparent, if you can't see the books, then we can only speculate and you can only say, trust me bro, and believe them, right? So yes, I do hold stablecoins and I use it to transact or to exchange when I'm trading. I would say 90% of my portfolio is Bitcoin.
Got it. So that's what's nice. Bitcoin is volatile, but it's still safer than
Only the price of
stablecoins.
Bitcoin is volatile.
Stablecoins, or would you consider putting it back into fiat first for stability, or you'd rather put it in Bitcoin because you know Bitcoin will be there 10 years from now and you don't know how stablecoins will be?
So I do also have fiat, right? So kind of like
Lots of
wanna
fiat,
have,
guys.
No. So you want to have for your daily expenses, right? It's hard to convert every time. But for trading crypto, it can't beat stablecoins. It's really the way. Like it's so convenient. They serve that purpose. Hopefully, you can also use it to buy things in the future. You don't need to like convert from stablecoin to fiat and then use it. But yeah, stablecoins. I don't want to endorse, but USDC is back 1-to-1. They're very transparent with their numbers. USDT also, they've been through under a lot of scrutiny. So far, so good. They've been around for 8 years, and they've gone through a lot of different ups and downs.
Given the condition, a lot of people are scared. What's your final words of advice for them?
Okay, understand the technology behind Bitcoin. Understand how Bitcoin works, and you'll feel secure. You'll actually think nothing has changed with Bitcoin when it was 69 and now that it's 17. Nothing has changed in the technology. Nothing. It's actually even more secure. Hash rate is an all-time high. Number of people that are holding one Bitcoin is an all-time high. It's getting more and more centralized by the day. And again, if you look at the price fluctuation of Bitcoin, it is scary. That's how a free market works. There's no backstop. There's no bailout. If it goes down, it goes down. If it goes up, it goes up. If Bitcoin was stable, then we wouldn't be sitting here talking about Bitcoin anymore. The reason why it's unstable is because people are speculating on the future of this network, of this technology. And it just so happens that everyone can do that and there's no one stopping anyone from doing that. So if you learn to embrace that, you'll feel more peace.
Got it. Got it. Thank you so much for your time. I know you're in a rush, but thank you so much. I'll put details down below on how you can get in touch with him as well. So thank you.
Right. Thank
Have
you,
a good day.
Marvin.